Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hess here, Collectivekicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys this week's weekly recap. This is a series, if you guys are new to the channel, where I basically go over the week's news from Collectivekicks.com, my website. I'll link in the description if you're interested in checking out the articles and checking out the site. But basically, it's a series where I'll go through the articles and just speak candidly about any of the articles that kind of jump out at me. Usually this is about 20 minutes, half an hour long, so we'll see how long this one lasts. It's been a while, so I might go the full half an hour because there's just so much news to cover from the last handful of weeks since I've been absent doing this series. It's a tough one for me to maintain because my wife is usually home on Sundays, and we always have a bunch of things to do in preparation for the work week on Monday now that I'm going to the office and stuff for the last year. Anyway, so let's get into it. GS colorway of an Air Jordan 7. Just kind of randomly serviced. We didn't know about, but it just randomly serviced. Blue Dusk is kind of the color on it. And basically these are 140, and I don't expect them to be too crazy on the release. They'll probably do okay. It's just a non-OG colorway and another colorway of the Air Jordan 7s. So I don't know. It is what it is. It looks okay. They offer them in up to 9.5 men's or 9.5 youth, which equals a 9.5 men's. But it's not one that I think I'm going to be interested in copying. Some new colorways, service of the Jordan Pinnacle 1, and obviously the gold colorway looks pretty dope, but then you have this kind of winter camo look with the gold accents as well. Both of them look pretty sick. I guess these ones are samples. I'm not sure which one we're going to see another release on. I think that the cream colorway never released yet. It's kind of funny how the releases for some sneakers are so like on point and they happen immediately and we know the release dates, and then other ones are just so wishy-washy and boutiques sell them like months ahead of time, and then random places will have them here and there, and they'll be on eBay, and it's just really frustrating not really knowing the release schedule of some of these sneakers, and I don't know, just lack of regulation. I feel like it's kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to cop something or want to be able to cop something and not knowing really how. It gives me some ideas for some future series sort of things, but I guess that's enough that I'll say on that. Some collective deals on sneakers. If you guys are on a computer, go check these out. And it's basically just a whole bunch of different deals that I tweet out through the week. And some of them are still in stock. Some of them might not be in stock, but some of them are really crazy prices, like the KD8 V8s for only $117 when the retail is $180. Some of these stores are listing them for $130, $140. And the retail is $180, so that's not really a good sign for the KD8 starting off with the second colorway on release day, not having a consistency of the price points. I think $130 is like the kids price point, but like Sports Authority listed the men's price point at $130. So jump on that deal if you see it, man. It's totally worth it. $117. The shoes are dope, in my opinion, in hand. I was kind of on the fence in pictures, but once I got them in hand and put them on feet, I really like the way that the Independence ones look on feet. And I wear my laces really, really loose, so the narrowness doesn't affect me as it would for some of you guys out there. But check out the rest of those deals. I'll try to be more consistent on the collective deals as well. I used to do that every week or so because I tweet so many deals through the week. Some of them are pretty good, and obviously it's real time, so people don't necessarily see the tweets when I tweet them. So it is what it is. But I also do this every week, the early countdown links for the weekend's releases. This last weekend there was a ton of them, but you can check on the website basically the day before the drop, and I have all the countdown links kind of listed out just for your convenience. And the Nike SB, let's go to the next one. Nike SB Dunk High Blue Sky colorway is supposed to be releasing soon. Obviously the Drake colorway is what everybody's saying because of the whole clouds and whatnot thing from the artwork, but it is what it is. I don't think that that's one that I'm going to be interested in getting personally, but I'm personally like it's more of the ocean sort of scapes versus the skyscapes for me. But I those Presto Lightnings, I got those the other week and I love those things. It's super rad colorway. It looks like we have a Forgotten Friday again, Yeezy 2 Pure Platinums. If you guys wanted to check out that article from D. Strasner, and then also if you guys didn't know, this is kind of big news. The Air Jordan 4 OG Cement color gets the Nike Air for 2016. This is confirmed pretty much, and it is happening. And the price point, I guess, is $220 or so, which shouldn't be shocking considering the Air Jordan 3s, the blacks or the white cements were $200 retail, and people freak out with those things. I don't know why they like the Nike Air so much more than the Jumpman. Now, I guess it's kind of a hit or miss. So if you guys don't know the deal with the Nike Air on the back, Nike Air on the back was before Jordan brand separated out to its own kind of entity and kind of split ways with Nike. So the branding on the shoes were no longer Nike, it was Jordan. So that's why the retros, they have the Jumpman on them, because the retros are for Jordan brand, not from Nike. But these ones are kind of keeping it back to the original form when the 4s came out, because I don't remember when they switched over, if it was like the Jordan 9 or 10 or something like that, when Jordan brand took over the branding. But like for the 3, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s, the Nike Air were on the shoes or in the insoles of the shoes. So, and got my dog Chloe coming in here, going to snort it up just so you guys hear her. Chloe, go in the other room, buddy. She doesn't want to go in the other room. So the Nike Air is a kind of a big deal. I'm kind of, it's a hit or miss for me. It's kind of funny because I'm like torn at the same time. Of course I want to get them because part of me really likes to have like more of the OG kind of feel. And if the Nike Air was on the original ones, and if they're making these more true to the originals, then part of me is like, yeah, dude, like that would be pretty rad to be able to have that. But part of me also is like, what the heck, dude? I just bought these like 3 or 4 years ago, the last time they dropped. And so it's kind of annoying that like I bought those ones and now I have to buy another pair when the next ones drop. And these ones are going to be better quality leather and better because they have the Nike Air on the back. It is what it is. I mean, Nike and Jordan Brand is being smart with the way that they're releasing these things. And I'm telling you guys that this is not the end of the Nike Air. We're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the future. Obviously, there was the maroon 6s that are getting the Nike Air as well, but there's probably going to be a lot more. And that's probably all I can say on that. But just, I mean, it's Captain Obvious. The only thing is they're probably only going to do the Nike Air on the back on the original colorways. I don't see why they would do the Nike Air on the back for non-OG colorways. Moving on from that subject, the BAPE Asics Gel Lyte 5 collaboration, another one that I think it looks pretty dope. And obviously because it has kind of that winter camo or the gray and black and white camo. I love that look. Midsole, I don't know, maybe it could have done without that, and I would have done the black midsole again or something like that. But still a pretty nice looking Asics Gel Lyte 5. And they're really comfortable. If you've never tried on an Asics Gel Lyte 5, I highly recommend it. Nike Hyperdunk 2015 low, get some images. I think this is like the China colorway, but these soles and the midsole and these things are just ridiculous looking. I don't know. I know they're supposed to be Air Mag inspired. The shoe is, at least for the Hyperdunk highs, but dude, I don't know. The midsole to me is just super freaky, weird looking. Kind of like an exaggerated Roshi almost. Not really feeling that at all. But it is all about like performance, I guess, for the most part. And if those things are comfortable on feet and they perform well, then that's really more important than the way that it actually looks. It's sort of like the Roshi runs. They were kind of ugly when they first came out, but they were comfortable, so people like warmed up to them. Maybe the same thing will happen to these Hyperdunks. I don't know. I'm curious to see a performance review of those things and see what they say, if it's a plus or a minus. LeBron 12 EXT Finisher Breakfast gets a release date of July 18th. Expect that around the corner. $250 on those. I expect those would sit. I don't know if they're limited or not. I don't care. I don't really dig them. I mean, they look okay, but for whatever it's worth, not $250 is what's going to happen. You see all these advertisements over here on rings. That might be a hint on something that's going to be coming as well soon. So just to give you guys a heads up. But this is the other big news: is the Air Jordan 10 Drake OVO is releasing in the white and the black colorways. So confirming both colorways for sure. It is happening later this summer. I'm hearing is the white pair, and then later after that, the black pair is going to be dropping. I don't think that it'll be the same quality as the ones that Drake had. And like you could see in this image here, just because those ones were like, I don't know. It's like when they make mock-ups for artists, they don't have a price point budget for the samples that they're making. So they're able to just go crazy with the materials. But when you're actually doing a release of however many pairs that they're dropping, they're probably going to have to scale back the materials a bit. So I expect them to be a little bit different than the release pair. That's just me assuming that. I don't know if it's actually true. But they are actually releasing. So what do you guys think about that? It really does kind of leave a vibe of like, you know what? Like any sample sneaker, any sneaker that has released in the past really is not off limits. Like, I know that we've heard rumors of the Undefeated 4s releasing, which I don't think is happening. We've heard rumors of the Motorsport 5s, I believe, or 4s releasing. Like, I've not confirmed any of these rumors or not, but it is kind of interesting to hear about these potential like gems, one-off gems being like mainstreamed again and given a general release instead of just the sample or the small release that it had in the past. I'm not sure if you guys like that or don't like that. I mean, the hype is there on some of the sneakers, so they can definitely make their money. But I guess I feel for those people that thought they had a rare gem and they paid a lot of money for it on resale or whatever they did, and then all of a sudden it's a GR. Similar to the Jordan 4 Thunders. Like, I mean, those ones were like way more limited back in the day, and now they're like a super GR. So I don't know. I think it's kind of a hit and miss. It's a plus and a minus at the same time. Jordan Brand is profiting off of the limited sort of runs at the same time. It kind of makes it cool if you're able to actually cop something that was limited that you really wanted because of the colorway or whatever it might have been. But moving on from that, release reminder, Way 3 lights are available now, and you can check out that article from PJ. Also, the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Croc colorway. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of IEs in 2016, and this colorway is one that I like the best. It definitely screams lifestyle, and I definitely at least want one colorway of the IEs, probably an original colorway, and then maybe one of these ones, so I guess maybe two colorways. But this one is really dope with the gum soles, the Croc print, the black leather on it. I just think this one is a dope looking colorway personally. And then, of course, I'm assuming we'll see some OGs. We also saw some teasers of some mids. People aren't really feeling the mids, not sure if they're actually going to release or not, but Jordan Brand doing a lot of things with the 11 lows and the IE kind of like model, which if you didn't know, this model is like a classic model. It came out with the 11s back in the day. It just wasn't as popular, I guess, as the other ones. I remember I got some from the Nike Employee Store back in the day, the white and gray ones, and I wish I never got rid of those because I definitely want that one back. But speaking of things coming back, two cult classics are returning for the Foamposites, the Dr. Dooms and the Carolina Foamposite Pros. Basically, the Dooms are ones that people really like look for, and they're sought after. The Carolinas, I guess now, and the reason why I say cult classic is because when they dropped, people didn't want them, and then now all of a sudden it's really big. And I was one of the consumers that didn't want them. I remember specifically going into a random mall that I wasn't familiar with, but I went into like a Foot Locker or Foot Action, and I saw that they had the Carolinas, and they were on sale for like $90 or $80 or something like that. And I was remember because back then I didn't have very much money, so I was like, shoot, I could get these, or I could just get another pair from the employee store, or get a couple pairs from the employee store or whatever. And so I passed on the Carolina foams back then. Also, the reason why is because for me, Carolina was associated just with Jordan. So I was like, if I want a pair of Carolina colored shoes, I want to get them in Jordans. But for some reason, like those ones are definitely ones that people are like looking for nowadays. I guess probably because they're just more rare to find because they came out so many years ago. But they are releasing in 2016. I have a feeling that both colorways will sell out. I'm definitely looking to get the Dooms, maybe the Carolinas as well. But the Dooms for sure. Just as like if I need another black pair of foams, I think I have 3 or 4 of them already. But the Dooms would be rad. Ventilator 2 coming soon. Kicks Reason wrote an article on that. Check out that article if you want to hear more information on that. Flyknit Racer Sherbert release information. Mr. Hype posted that one, and those ones dropped as well this last week, and they didn't sell out. And it's actually a pretty slick colorway, just $150. I didn't want to pay, so I'm holding off until they go on sale, I hope. Because I like kind of the black and blue midsole on them. Look kind of nice. This one I'm going to click into. This is written by PJ. This is one of the better written articles that I've seen. And this is an original piece to Collectivekicks. So shout out to PJ for going down to Urban Necessities and chatting with the owner down there and getting some more information about this company. But basically, you can see well-written article. Go check this article out if you guys check out any articles that I'm showing you guys this week. But you can see it goes over Mr. Lopez, the co-owner of Urban Necessities, and kind of gives his story on how he got here. You can check out the wall. It's just a huge store. They have lots of sneakers, but really what they are known for at this time is this down here. As I get down here, the claw machine. So they have a prize machine that has sneakers in the prize machine, and I don't know how much it costs. I think $5 or $20. I really have no idea. But check out the sneakers that they have. And if you follow them on Instagram, they post the winners. So like yesterday, there was like 2 or 3 winners of people just grabbing stuff out of the machine. Pretty rad, if you ask me. And yeah, I don't know. Just a really, really cool store. And next time in Vegas, I'm definitely going to be swinging in and saying what's up to the dudes over at the store. I like that it's just a big, huge warehouse store. In Vegas, I'm assuming that the price points for storefronts are probably not that expensive off the strip. So this is awesome that he has just such a huge store. It definitely is something that I'm definitely following their Instagram as well, because they post a lot of just random kicks that they have for sale. So shout out to PJ for writing the article on Urban Necessities in Vegas, where he's at, which is just, again, a really dope looking store. Moving on, the KB24 store website relaunch in July 15th is getting the Prelude pack restock. I bet it's just going to be a real pain in the ass. Anytime you have a website launch that doesn't know how to handle traffic, it just ends up crashing. So I'm not expecting it to be easy to get. If I'm online at the time of the launch, maybe I'll give it a try, but I just don't know. I just don't think it's going to be easy to get. So that's my 2 cents. But if they do drop, I'll put links out on Twitter to it just in case. Nike Air returns on the Air Jordan 6 Maroon coming later this year. Again, this is more Air Jordan news, or Nike Air news on the back. And this one's supposed to be happening, I guess, holiday this year. So definitely on the hit list, just because it's the original colorway, and I want to complete kind of my series of the original colorways that ended up retroing. It will be fun to be able to compare the quality of these ones to the other Air Jordan 6s that dropped last year that had kind of mediocre quality. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Wade 3 releasing, as you guys already saw an article on that. Moving on, some more Wade stuff from Sunlight Station. Soon we're gonna have a discount code for you guys, I believe, or some sort of a code, so you guys can use that on the site. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned on collectivekicks.com. Really, that's where all the news is going to be at. Nike Kobe 10 EYBL Peach Jam first look. I know they're not peach colored, but it's called the Peach Jam tournament, so that's the reason why. But kind of cool looking model of the Kobe 10 and some Air Max 95 Ultras. These things are kind of a nice like reimagination of the Air Max 95s. I'm not sure how they're going to sell, I guess, or not, if they're going to actually sell or not, because of it's kind of more of like a hybridish sort of look to the Air Max 95. I definitely want the OG colorway of the Air Max 95s, which will be coming in a couple weeks, I guess. So yeah, interesting look nonetheless, though. As I say, it's kind of like a nice little evolution. Collective collabs in June. NJ did an article on all the different collaborations in June. So check that article out. There's a lot of different collaborations. If you probably missed some of them, as well as I missed some of them that are actually on the article. First look at the Adidas J-Wall 2s. Curious about those, check that article out. Also the Under Armour Curry 1 Friends and Family Championship PE, super clean colorway, white and clear sole. A lot of people ask me if I'm going to pick up an Under Armour Curry 1 Low. I definitely like the model. I think the model looks really nice. I just need the right colorway. And once I find like a good colorway that ends up dropping, then I'll definitely consider it. And some more Civilis Nike SB collection that dropped the other week from the G Money. Welcome back to the site. He used an old rider that's kind of back on the site now. Reebok Ventilator Kendrick Lamar Sneaker Politics collaboration from Kicks Reason. I think that Kicks Reason is going to blow up in 2016, as this collaboration is going to put the Ventilator more on the map. The Reebok Ventilator is definitely a model that I've been eyeballing. There's a couple colorways here and there that I've looked at and gone, man, those look pretty nice. Quality on the materials from what I've seen on the Reeboks are nice. So, stay tuned. This next year is going to be pretty interesting if the Ventilator gets some more traction. And people like myself are eyeing them and waiting for the right one to buy. But Kicks Reason, I say, is the man, because Kicks Reason is all about the Reeboks. He brings Reebok to the Collective Kicks site, so shout out to Kicks Reason again for always holding down the Reeboks. Custom shattered backboard laser ones. I did a video on those. I just posted on the site so people could see it. Also, how to customize the Ultra Boost midsoles. And just a quick little update. I'm gonna have I will have an update video on the shattered backboards to clean up the piping. A lot of people were pissed because the piping edges were raw look. They weren't black, and then the coloring was a little bit off. from the upper. So I'm gonna I have some paint coming. I have some paint coming, Blaze colorway that's going to kind of make the upper kind of match a little bit better, and I'm going to clean up the piping and a couple other things. So I will have like an updated, customized laser shattered backboard video. Also for the Ultra Boost midsole tutorial, those have held up. I've wore the shoes twice. I wore them at the zoo. I wore them at the gym, and they've held up. I mean, there was a little teeny bit of a scuff on one side of the shoe, but really they held up quite well, surprisingly. So I might do an update on those as well for you guys, because a lot of people were asking to see how they're holding up after wear, and so far so good. They haven't bled. 3.5 leaked images of the way away 3.5s. I'm getting tired here. From PJ, wrote that article. Another Reebok Soulbox collaboration from Kicks Reason. Those are kind of crazy as well. The Instant Pump Fury is another one that I actually been eyeballing that I haven't found the right model to buy yet, but it's been one that I've been wanting. These ones dropped this last weekend. Limited release, only Foot Locker in store, and then in one store, and then finishline.com and Under Armour as well got these, and they dropped this last week. And I didn't end up waking up, so I didn't cop them, but if you guys did, leave a comment. Flamingo Nike SB Janowski images. Pretty dope looking concept of those flamingos. Pretty sad thing, and when I went to the zoo, I didn't realize they clipped the flamingo's wings so they can't fly away. That's like super depressing. But they're really pretty dope to see in person, the little flamingos. Anyway, just a sidebar. I'm not a big fan of the Janowskis, but if they did that kind of theme on a different model, I'd be down. Shadow 6000 beta pack from Saucony Originals. If you had a choice of one of them, which one you guys like? I like the reddish one personally, and the models are really dope. If you guys have never tried on these shadows, they're really comfortable and really relaxed fit. I don't know, just really all around nice product. As like the G9s and the Grid 9000s, I really like the Saucony products, and you guys already know based on a lot of the videos that I've done in the past. But kind of a cool pack coming soon. More information on those. KD8 release dates for the next 4 colorways. They have an orange colorway there that I'm kind of interested in, the kind of the sunset colorway, I believe, and a couple other ones as well. One called the Suit, and I can't remember. I think the something Hill. But check out the article for more information on those. I do have a Nike ID coming on these. Expect it pretty soon. It has been shipped, so I'm really anticipating the shoe. It should be pretty good. Hopefully it came out really well. Skate and Destroy featuring the Yeezy 350 Boost. If you guys didn't see that article a while ago, the dude just thrashes his Yeezy Boost by skateboarding. Kind of funny, actually. People were pissed about that, but I did it for fun, I think. Some more Reebok stuff, some more Sunlight Station stuff, and some samples. That the Jordan Jumpman Pro, the Hill samples. If you guys didn't see that article from a new writer, Sample Shane, shout out to him. And let's see here. I think the last page I'll cover for you guys, because this is a lot of stuff. Air Jordan 6 low images from Smiley. And actually, I kind of regret not getting those because of the black midsole. I really like the black midsole instead of the white midsole from the released pair of the high tops or the mid tops or whatever. But I don't know. I wasn't really feeling like picking them up. There's just too many other pairs that dropped that other week. Countdown to early links that I posted for the last week's stuff as well. Command Force Ultramarines from Champlain. This is the last article I wanted to touch up on. Is did Yeezy jump over the Jumpman? My thoughts on that is no. And if you look at the companies, Nike is 14 billion times bigger than Adidas. So I mean, I understand Yeezy had 2 successful launches of 2 small releases. They weren't large general releases like a Nike Retro, which they sell out Nike Retros in every week. I just don't think that it's excuse me, I had a cough. But anyway, read the article if you want. You see more of my information on there. Leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching this week's weekly recap. We'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.